Hi BookTube! Atticus and I are here today with a book haul!
Percussion, strings, winds, words.
So I made my pilgrimage down to the city to the thrift stores and I spent $60 on books, but I managed to get almost 40, I believe, so I think that's awesome. So I'm just going to show you what I got. They're organized kind of by genre, and I'm going to start with nonfiction. So, the first nonfiction I got is What the Dog Saw by Malcolm Gladwell, and this is, I believe, my fourth Malcolm Gladwell book. I really enjoy how he takes all these different studies and ideas and kind of just merges them together and presents them in a really unique way. The next book I have is Be Safe, Simple Strategies for Death-Free Living by Melissa Heckscher. And what this book does is provide you with safest things to do. So what is the safest place to park in a parking garage? What is the safest place to pull over when stopped by an unmarked police car? All sorts of interesting ideas. And the next one I got is Literature-Based Reading Activities. Now you may not know I am a certified teacher, albeit without a permanent job at the moment, and this provides practical resources for teaching literature. The next one I got is Reading Lolita in Tehran, a memoir by Azir Nafisi. This is about a teacher in Tehran who encourages her students to read banned literature. The next one I got is Great Canadian Speeches, Words That Shaped a Nation, edited by Brian Busby. This has speeches from John A. Macdonald through to our current excuse for a Prime Minister that we call Stephen Harper, and it's all organized by topic, and I love history, so this was a great book to pick up. That leads me into my Canadian literature. Here I have modern Canadian drama. Now I'm going to admit I've never read any Canadian drama, which is a shame. So when I saw this, I had to pick it up and just, you know, educate myself on some Canadian drama. The next one I picked up is Oryx and Crake by Margaret Atwood. Now I was strongly considering paying retail price for this book because Hello Hemlock, BookTube Canadian Book Club was reading it in January, but it was quite expensive. So when I saw it at the thrift store for 75 cents, I picked it up. The next three books I got are all Stuart McLean books. You'll know I absolutely adore Stuart McLean. So I got Secrets from the Vinyl Cafe and Home from the Vinyl Cafe. Now these are his short stories that follow Dave and Morley and their family and friends. And you can see this one, the Stephen Leacock Award for Humor. The next one I got isn't actually written by Stephen Leacock, but is a series of Canadian stories that he collected called When We Were Young. Next I'm going to move into YA and middle school reads, and this is actually a Canadian middle school read, so we got a nice flow going there. This is the Guests of War trilogy by Kit Pearson. I read this when I was younger. It includes The Sky is Falling, Looking at the Moon, and The Lights Go On Again. It is about two children from England who are sent over to Canada during World War II. Next one I got is Anatomy of a Boyfriend. I know absolutely nothing about this book except that I saw it a lot on YouTube and decided to pick it up for 75 cents. The next one I got is The Mysterious Benedict Society, which I've also seen a lot of on YouTube. This is by Trenton Lee Stewart, and it's apparently about a group of genius children who are recruited by this society and then sent on a mission. The next is another middle school trilogy that I read when I was younger called The Face in the Milk Carton, Whatever Happened to Janie and the Voice on the Radio by Carolyn B. Cooney. This is about a girl who's discovered that she was kidnapped when she was younger, and the family that she's been living with and raised by are not her real family. Next one I got is Rebel Angels by Libba Bray. I do have A Great and Terrible Beauty, which I also picked up at a thrift store, so I decided to get the second one when I saw it there. Then I got The Truth About Forever by Sarah Dessen. I'm not a big romance reader, but I've seen a lot of Sarah Dessen on YouTube, and I decided to give it a go. My last YA is The Wind-Up Girl by Paolo Bacigalupi. This is about, I believe she's an android, or she's at least an engineered human, and she was engineered and then abandoned on the streets of Thailand. Next, I'm going to move into contemporary. So I picked up Choke by Chuck Palahniuk. It's about a man who's taking care of his elderly mother, so he scams people by pretending to choke on pieces of food in fancy restaurants. The next book I picked up I'm not going to talk a lot about because I saw it on BookTube quite a bit. It's called The Sweetness at the Bottom of the Pie by Alan Bradley. It is the first Flavia Deluche series. The next one I got is Hater, which is pretty cool. It's covered in blood on the inside and on the outside, by David Moody. It is a very violent book, apparently, wherein different people in society just start violently attacking each other for no apparent reason. The next one I got is The Bloody Chamber by Angela Carter. This is a retelling of certain fairy tales. Then I got The Well of Lost Plots by Jasper Fforde, and this is a mystery novel based on works of literature. Next one I got is Patty Clark, Haha by Roddy Doyle. I must admit I know nothing about this book, but I saw it on someone's channel and they said nothing but good things about it. The next one I got is Hard Boiled and Hard Luck by Banana Yoshimoto. This is a collection of two stories originally written in Japanese and translated by Michael Emmerich. Then I got Regeneration by Pat Barker. It is about a person with post-traumatic stress disorder in World War I. How to Live Safely in a Science Fictional Universe by Charles Yu is about the son of the inventor of time travel searching for his father after he goes missing. Then I got The Sorcerer's Appendix by Andrew Harmon, and this seems to be just a really funny romp through a fantasy universe. Orson Scott Card wrote this one called The Redemption of Christopher Columbus, Past Watch, and it is also about time travel, and it's basically about Christopher Columbus and a future historian. The next two I got are both by Laurie R. King. She writes Sherlock-based novels, but in these, Sherlock is married to a lady named Mary Russell. So, as you can guess, they're mysteries. And I have more contemporary here. I have Cloud Atlas by David Mitchell, which everyone pretty much well knows about. And then I got The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison. I don't know what this book is about, but I've heard good things about Toni Morrison, so I decided to pick this up. This next one comes on recommendation from my aunt. It is A Confederacy of Dunces by John Kennedy Toole. It doesn't say anywhere what it's about, but it seems to be really funny, and that's right up my alley. Next, I got White Teeth by Zadie Smith in this really pretty kind of patchwork cover. and I really don't know what this is about either. The next ones I got are classics. So I got The Woman in White by Wilkie Collins, which is a detective novel. Next I got Anselm of Canterbury, The Major Works, and this is an early Christian author who is questioning his faith. And this last book I've just started reading, and I really want to show off in my last probably 5 minutes of this video, and it is Charlotte Bronte's Jane Eyre. This was the most expensive book that I bought. It was, as you can see, I still have the price tag on there, $5, but it is such a beautiful copy. It's by the Worth Literary Classics. It's got this nice elastic band around here. It's got kind of like a moleskin cover, and then look at those insides. It's beautiful. It's got some nice pictures. And in here we have pictures of the main characters. So this is a timeline of the Brontes. Then we have a map of Bronte country, the Bronte family tree, and then we get into the book. So that is my February book haul. I doubt I'm going to be doing another book haul this month because I hit up all the thrift stores and kind of depleted their resources. So I look forward to looking at more book hauls from you guys in February. And I just broke the elastic. And keep reading.